Have you ever felt like your body just gave up on you? Like no matter what you eat, no matter how much you try to stay active, you just keep feeling weaker, slower, more tired, less like yourself. And maybe someone told you that is just what getting older feels like. Maybe your doctor shrugged and said, well, you are in your 70s, what do you expect? I want to tell you something right now, and I need you to really hear it. That is not the full truth. Your body can still build muscle. It can still get stronger. It can still feel better than it did 5 years ago. And today, I'm going to show you how a simple fruit, one you can find at almost any grocery store, is doing something that eggs and protein shakes simply cannot do for people over 75. Stay with me. This might be the most useful 8 minutes you spend this week. After the age of 60, your body starts to lose muscle mass at a rate of about 1 to 2% every single year. By 75, some people have lost 20 to 30% of the muscle they had in their 50s. Doctors call this sarcopenia. You might just call it feeling old. But here's what most people do not know. The problem is not just that you're losing muscle. The problem is that your body is becoming less and less efficient at rebuilding it. And protein is at the center of all of this. You need protein to build and repair muscle. Everyone knows that. So most people over 70 start eating more eggs, more chicken, more protein shakes. And sometimes it still does not work. They're still getting weaker, still feeling tired. Why? Because after 75, your digestive system changes. Your body produces fewer digestive enzymes. The lining of your gut becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients. Your kidneys have to work harder to process heavy animal proteins. So, a big portion of that protein you are eating with such good intentions is just not being used the way it should be. It's not about eating more. It's about giving your body a protein source it can actually absorb and use. And that's exactly where this fruit comes in. The fruit I am talking about is guava. Now, if you have never eaten guava, or maybe you tried it once years ago and forgot about it, I want you to pay close attention because this small, often overlooked fruit is packed with something extraordinary for aging muscles. 1 single cup of raw guava contains more protein than 1 egg, but the protein in guava is structured differently than animal protein. It contains a profile of amino acids that your aging gut absorbs significantly more efficiently than the protein from chicken, beef, or eggs. But the protein is just the beginning. Guava contains over 200% of your daily vitamin C in just 1 cup. And here's why that matters so deeply for your muscles. Vitamin C is not just for fighting colds. Your muscles need vitamin C to produce collagen. Collagen is the structural scaffolding inside your muscle tissue. Without enough of it, your muscles cannot repair themselves properly after any kind of exertion, even just walking, even just getting up from a chair. And most older adults are chronically low in vitamin C without even knowing it. Guava also contains natural anti-inflammatory compounds that reduce the low-level inflammation that constantly breaks down muscle tissue in older bodies. It contains magnesium, which your muscles need to contract properly. And it contains potassium, which prevents the cramping and weakness that come with electrolyte imbalance. It is a complete muscle support system in 1 small fruit. Now, I know you want the real evidence, not just someone on the internet telling you to eat fruit. So let me share what the research actually says. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that adults over the age of 65 who consistently consumed plant-based proteins high in vitamin C showed significantly better muscle protein synthesis compared to those relying solely on animal protein. And this benefit held true even without adding any exercise program. Another study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition looked at leucine-rich plant proteins, which guava contains in meaningful amounts, and found that they activated the same muscle-building pathways in older adults as whey protein, but with far fewer digestive side effects and lower stress on kidney function.
There is also research specifically on vitamin C and muscle in older adults. A study from the University of East Anglia in England followed over 13,000 adults and found that those with higher vitamin C intake had significantly more skeletal muscle mass and greater physical performance, regardless of their age. And then there is the anti-inflammatory angle. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest accelerators of muscle loss in older adults. Guava contains flavonoids and polyphenols that actively fight this inflammation at the cellular level. When you combine easily absorbed plant protein with massive doses of muscle-supporting vitamin C and anti-inflammatory compounds and the minerals your muscles need to function, you get something that no single egg can match. And guava is not alone. It is the leader of a small group of fruits that share these same remarkable properties. Jackfruit contains nearly 3 grams of protein per cup and has an amino acid profile that makes it extremely gentle on the aging digestive system. Passion fruit delivers iron, vitamin A, and plant protein in a form your gut loves. And fresh mulberries are loaded with a compound called resveratrol, which research shows directly supports mitochondrial function in aging muscle cells.
These are not exotic miracle cures. These are real, available foods with real, documented effects on muscle health in older adults. Now, I do not want you to just feel informed. I want you to feel ready. So here is exactly what you can do starting tomorrow without overhauling your entire life. In the morning, before or with your breakfast, eat 1 small fresh guava or half a cup of guava pulp. If you cannot find fresh guava, frozen guava pulp works just as well and is available at most international grocery stores. You can blend it into a smoothie, mix it with yogurt, or just eat it as is. At lunch or dinner, try adding jackfruit to one of your meals this week. Canned jackfruit in water, not in syrup, can be found at most large supermarkets now. Rinse it, season it simply, and serve it alongside rice or in a wrap. It has a mild flavor and a surprisingly satisfying texture. For your afternoon snack, replace whatever you are currently eating with 5 or 6 dried figs. They give you nearly 2 grams of protein, plus calcium and potassium, in a form that is easy on your teeth and your digestive system. You do not need to stop eating eggs. Eggs are still good. You do not need to become vegetarian. You do not need to do anything dramatic. You just need to add these fruits into your regular routine. Think of it as giving your body an upgrade. You are not throwing out what already works. You are making it work better. And here's something else I want you to remember. You do not need to be perfect. If you add guava to your morning 3 or 4 days a week, that is enough to start feeling a difference. Start small, stay consistent. That is the entire formula. I want to take a moment and be real with you, because this conversation is about more than protein and fruit. I know what it feels like to watch your strength slip away, to need help opening a jar, to feel winded after climbing 1 flight of stairs, to wonder if your best physical days are truly behind you. That is a painful thing to feel, and a lot of people, a lot of good doctors even, will tell you that is just aging. Accept it, adapt to it. But I think there is a different story available to you, and it starts with understanding that your body is not done. It has not stopped responding. It has not given up. It is just waiting for the right support. Being able to carry your own groceries at 80, picking up your grandchild without wincing, walking through a park and feeling like yourself, that is not a fantasy. That is a goal your body can work toward right now at any age. And sometimes the first step is as simple and as beautiful as picking up a piece of fruit. So here is what I want you to do right now while this is still fresh in your mind. Next time you go to the grocery store, pick up 1 guava, just 1. Try it. See how your body feels after a week of having it regularly. Then share this video with someone you care about, someone who has been told they are too old to get stronger, someone who deserves to know that their body still has more to give. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do for the people we love is simply share the right information at the right time. And hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because next week we're going to talk about the 5 morning habits that people over 75 who never lose their strength all have in common. You're not going to want to miss that one. If this video helped you, even just a little, drop a comment below. Tell me what you're going to try first. I read every single comment, and hearing from you genuinely makes my day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself. You are worth every bit of the effort. I will see you in the next one.